Oh, fuck. Okay, let's do this. All right, so here's my idea, right? This is going to be all the YouTubers that I've watched that I'm aware of because I'm not going to talk on shit I don't know. I've got a little assortment. I'm going to rank them, then let you know if they're worth watching. Let's start with a really solid one. Let's Drew Gooden.
4 years ago, I did the unthinkable.
I've recently gotten into watching him. I didn't know him from Vine ever. I didn't really have internet until I was like 15 or 16. Drew Gooden looks like if someone got bit by a zombie and they had like maybe been turned for like a day. And so like the zombie hadn't really learned what he needed to do. Like he wants to eat brains, but he's still like partially human. And so he's not really going to bite you, but he's going to stand really uncomfortably close to you. I think he's pretty fucking hilarious. He will bite you at some point in time, but he's not biting you yet. So he belongs in the best of the best, if I'm being honest, because he's funny and he's worth watching. But I'm put him in might attack you. He looks like a biter. Who we got next? Let's see. JonTron. Back in the day, John Jafari. He was carrying YouTube. When I found him, I watched all his videos, and this was years ago, and they were great. They had great high production value. He really seemed to care about making something different on YouTube. It wasn't the same shit that everyone was releasing, and he built sets, and it blew my fucking mind because I was like, I don't expect this from YouTube. This is like a low budget public broadcasting TV show. What the fuck? And that kind of blew my mind. Lately, it just seems like he's doing the same bullshit, rehashed slop that everyone else is doing. It's like he's just sitting at a computer and he's just reacting to shit. And it's not even really funny anymore. He had a couple good videos when he started doing that, but it just seems like he's gotten really, really lazy. But he doesn't belong in the mindless slop rehashed. I am going to put him in repetitive, though. It's basically like he's created a content machine, and it doesn't really feel like he's being himself anymore. It feels like he's being what he has to be on YouTube to survive. Somebody I've been really into lately is Gifted Hater. He is fucking hilarious. He's probably the only skateboard YouTube channel whose opinion I actually trust. Gifted Hater, Joa, as is his government name. He's kind of like skateboarding's Drew Gooden. Straight up, he does look like if you took Drew Gooden and popped him in a microwave for like 20 seconds, or like maybe like stuck him over a dehydrator for 2 hours, you know? He's fucking hilarious. And it's not that he's just hilarious. He really thinks about his talking points, and he actually has talking points, which is nice because in the skate community, a lot of times it's people just being like, oh, I don't like that trick. And then they're like, why? And they're just like, I don't like it. I just don't like it. And they have no reason for not liking it. You can tell there's intelligence behind his hating. It's not just throwing shit at a wall till it sticks. He has a code of ethics, I feel like, that backs up his skateboarding. Plus, dude rips. Dude rips. I'm gonna put him in funny and authentic. I'm using a laptop trackpad to move this. He's still yet determined to see if he's the best of the best, but he's really solid. He's probably one of the better things on YouTube now. Even if you don't like skateboarding, you might get into his stuff. Let's stick with the skating theme for a second. Gatto Time.
Because it's a pile of fucking shit.
Gatto Time, however you say it. This guy is like wet toast. He has no original takes. It's like he's trying to be the moist critical of skateboarding by not having a real opinion, by just parroting things that are going to make you seem cool in the social media spectrum. I'm going to put him in mindless slop, rehashed to death. Let's do Mind Pulp. I came across Mind Pulp and I watched like 4 of their videos and was like, these guys are all right. This is something I could watch while I'm eating. And I learned very quickly that every video is extremely formulaic. Like it's either a game that is based around something happening now or like an obscure ass game that trended on Reddit at some point in time. And they always make the same jokes. Like every time they make the exact same jokes. If you watch the videos, you'll see it. There's bullet points. It's like, blah blah blah, and then poop joke, and then blah blah blah, and then fart joke, and then they go, oh, but you can't say this about this video game because it's gonna be someone's favorite video game. They say that in every video. It's like, oh, I bet your people are already typing comments talking about this is their favorite video game, I bet. Oh yeah, I can't say that because this is gonna be someone's favorite video game. It's every fucking video. It's not like a one-off thing or like a three-off thing. It's every fucking video. It's like they have this plan, and it's like another one of those content machines. And it really, they went from at least seeming like they were just trying to have fun playing video games to now it's a fucking content farm. And so I'm gonna put them in repetitive. I don't think it's mindless slop, but it's definitely very repetitive. You want to talk about something original? Jack Stauber. I used to be big into his YouTube stuff when he would post. And he posted actual art on YouTube, and that's very rare to find nowadays. It was even rare to find then. And then I found out he made music, and the music was like interesting. And I love how he produces music. He makes really interesting stuff. I don't think he really posts anymore. I know he got that pop opera with Adult Swim at some point in time, and that was really cool. Genuine person that I think is just extremely talented and slept on. I'm gonna put him in best of the best. John Hill.
What's up, Braille? How is everyone doing? I'm not attracted to men.
Let's go back to skateboarding for a second. John Hill is the guy that Gato Time is a white knight for. Like you can't say anything negative about people like John Hill because they're not putting anything insanely negative out into the world. I think that's stupid because everyone should be open to critique. Now, I would watch his videos when I was younger, some occasionally. I understand there's an appeal for making content for kids, especially young teens. I get that. There are definitely people in skateboarding that need to be the torch bearers for new people coming into skateboarding, and especially for younger people coming into skateboarding. But John Hill's one of those guys that you watch for like a year and a half or 2 years of skating, and then you leave in the dust. He seems like a nice guy. It seems like he doesn't want to do anyone any wrong. God, I just don't want to watch it. I'm so tired of not wanting to watch it. And then people like Gato Time telling me that I'm a piece of shit for not wanting to watch it. Not a fan of John Hill. Don't think there's anything wrong with him. But he really has never left an impression on me. Not one that lasted, at least. So I'm going to put him in the blank category. Let's see. Defunct Land.
Sean, hey. How you doing?
Defunct Land is fucking awesome. You ever want random knowledge about just shit in the United States, amusement park wise? They make very well put together videos. I'm sure everybody already knows about Defunct Land. It's just always refreshing to find a YouTube channel that puts hard work and effort into their videos that you leave actually having learned something. You actually take something away from it. It's not just a time kill. So I'm going to put them in best of the best. I think it's one of the best YouTube channels out there. Let's do Nakey Jakey.
First thing that comes to mind when I think of the PS4 and Xbox One era is
What the fuck? What the son of a bitch?
Nakey Jakey I found when I was probably 18, 17 or 18. And that guy is hilarious. Do not care for his music. Do not care for his music at all. But he seems like an intelligent person that makes well-crafted videos that is funny and authentic and puts his heart and soul into them. I've never watched one of his videos and been disappointed by it ever. He's batting 100 for 100. He is what I wish more people would try to be on YouTube. Not that they would copy him, but that they would see how he approaches making videos and learn from it, because he takes his own childhood and his own life and his experiences and he rolls them into a video that is relatable to others, and is packed full of knowledge and truth and well-researched material. And a lot of people just shit their stuff out and hope that it catches an audience. And then they just say, well, it doesn't matter. It's just YouTube. But he treats it like he knows it's actually going to affect people. And so there's intentionality in what he does. And I like that a lot. And I'm going to put him at best of the best. I'm going to put him above Jack Stauber. Not music-wise, though. Who the fuck? Oh, duh. The picture threw me off. Steve MRE. The man with the stomach of steel. Holy shit. When I found him, it fucked me up mentally because I'm not used to seeing people. Like, I've eaten out of the trash before, you know, I'm a person. But I've never seen somebody open a fucking 1886 war ration and eat it. That's fucking crazy. You're fucking nuts. I still don't understand half the shit I've seen. Dude, you're eating canned food from the Vietnam War that's rust covered. Where do you even see that as a fucking career option? He's insane. And on top of that, he just seems like a genuinely nice guy. Like, this guy seems like he doesn't cause a problem in the world. He just wants to smoke old cigarettes and eat old food. I respect the fuck out of that. I'm putting him in America's Sweethearts. I think he could do no wrong. Aaron Jaws Hamoki.
Do your knees hurt now? Yeah.
Quite possibly one of the greatest skaters of all time. Definitely one of the most buck. The Leon 25 is just, it's just absurd. He has a YouTube channel though, and he is, man, he's been such an influence on me throughout my life. Just watching him skate, seeing him in skate mags. He is also just seems like a good-hearted person. I've never met him. Every time I go to skate in Arizona, I always miss him being at the park by like a day. And I'm just like, fuck. He's sick though, makes YouTube videos that are actually interesting, which is rough to do in skateboarding content. I don't think it's the most interesting skate content, but I think it's just the fact that it's Jaws, it makes it more interesting. He definitely deserves more in this life than he's gotten. Somebody get this man a fucking bank loan he doesn't have to pay back or something because he deserves it. I'm going to put him also in America's Sweethearts because you will never find someone more loved or appreciated in skateboarding as Jaws. I think people realize that he put his entire everything on the line, no matter what it was. And he did it for skateboarding, for the love of it. Let's do Eddie Burback. Eddie Burback is another person I found on the internet through, you know, the old golden age of people. Call Me Carson, Ted Nivison pipeline. Though a lot of people from that time period have faded into obscurity or just straight up been left out of, you know, continuing on with their career path. Eddie seems to have only gotten stronger and more dangerous, you know? He is quite possibly one of the best video essay creators on the app. Is YouTube an app? I guess it's an app. It's a website. It's a website. But he is so talented at what he does, and he's so funny. He's what I would put as a modern day like feel good reporter. You know, he does have a sort of vibe about him that is inherently Italian-esque, you know? And so I'm going to put him in Italian undertones because everything he does is it just feels like fucking Italian American. I know for a fact this guy was raised by fucking Italian Americans at some point in his life. It's somewhere in his lineage. I know it for a fact. I can smell it on him. Ted Nivison.
I am the milkman. My milk is delicious.
Also, just a hilarious dude. I've watched him for a very long time, and I think he is actually one of the guys that got me out of this little hole in YouTube because I just for a while assumed that everybody making the kind of content he makes is basic as fuck and just rehashing what other people are making. And he was kind of like the pipeline to everything else for me. I noticed that there were people out there that could just create in a way that was entertaining and well thought out and original. That led me to pretty much everybody else I watched today, or at least a large majority of them. I wouldn't have found Eddie Burback without seeing Ted Nivison, and I wouldn't have found Drew Gooden without that. He's another one of those quality YouTubers that seems like a real nice guy. I'm going to put him in... I could put him in funny and authentic. I don't know that he's the best of the best, but I think he belongs in America's Sweethearts. And that brings us to me.
This baby, newborn child's head.
And I'm making a tier list video. So I think that puts me in mindless slop rehashed to death. If I am going to put myself in front of Gato Time, though, because I can hard flip. Go! Move! Okay, maybe if I try moving him backwards, that works. Okay, so this is the tier list. I think I fucking nailed it. Man, talking on camera to yourself's fucking weird, huh? All right, Merry Christmas.